I can believe it.
Eric Mangini trying to change that. And by the way, his secret was revealed Sunday. Brady Quinn's his start. Secret revealed. The whole world finds out. Brett Favre, career consecutive start number 270. That ties Jim Marshall all
How did he get a C on his chest and he just got there?
He was voted by the team.
Percy
He just
Harvin.
got there.
Percy
They don't even
Harvin,
know it.
everybody. Percy Harvin's a factor. The rookies, first carries at Vikings, set up a field goal to tie the game at 3 in the first quarter. Second quarter, the captain handing off to Adrian.
That's a nice little misdirection.
Like that
Ball.
play.
Get it in there, Adrian.
I think you might coach him up on that later on. I smell it. I smell
smell
it.
it, Coach?
Yeah,
I
stay
smell
tuned.
coach him up. 2 plays later, it's Adrian. Favre's all fired up.
He is.
He's off the tractor.
He's happy, baby.
He's handing off.
He could be on the couch at home.
Bikes up 10-3. Jamal
Sweet
Lewis.
number!
Jamal Lewis. I mean, that's better than we saw him run all last year.
Yeah, that's the most I think.
He'll be
Get up,
down,
big
but not
fella.
out. Not out. No, he's all right.
I'd have guessed he hadn't seen a hole like that in years.
3 plays later, Brady Quinn up top to Braylon Edwards in the end zone to tie the game, except that flag is defensive pass interference, meaning it is Braylon Edwards' it's not his fault that he went out of bounds. He was forced out of bounds, which means he can come back in and reestablish himself and make this catch. The question is,
Does
did
he reestablish himself?
Brad
What a great
Childress'
goal.
challenger says that he never reestablished himself, and you'll see one foot is in when
Not
he
the
catches the
left
ball,
foot.
but the other one does not. So good challenge by Brad Childress. Wipe out the touchdown. However,
Wildcat.
the Wildcat comes on with the ball placed down inside the 5 because of the pass interference. Josh Cribbs.
You got a
Doesn't work.
255-pound running back and Jamal Lewis. Just
But
give
this
him the
guy-
ball.
This guy can do damage,
Yeah,
too,
he didn't
though.
do that.
That's a good defense
That's not
now.
damage.
So a great challenge by Childress. It saved him 4 points. It's 10-6.
Yep.
As it was
That's
Yeah,
this
here's your
is it.
Wildcat
However,
guy. Here he is.
well, the Wildcat guys in punt formation is a little better, I think.
Yeah, you got to beat the punter.
Listen, this is-
Send him to Williams.
That is a touchdown for Josh Cribbs, taking it to the crib. 67 yards. The Browns are up 13-10 and a half. Let's go to the third quarter.
Take a picture of the scoreboard.
Opening possession of the half. Favre motions to Percy Harvin. It comes to right to Percy Harvin. 11 yards.
Fun to see how they use this guy this year.
6 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 1. Adrian.
17G lead. Nice call.
Second touchdown
Love
of the
when
day
you call the play.
for Adrian. I do like it too. Vikings regain the lead, 17-13. Next Browns possession, Quinn. This one's not even close to Brown. Is that like a what,
Yeah,
what
it's a
happened?
bad
Willie
read,
Mays
Brad.
catch.
He thought the receiver was going to stay outside. The receiver came inside. Bad read.
Cedric Griffin takes the gift pick. 10 plays later, Adrian Peterson, 18 yards for a first down. As he gets tripped up, it could have been a little bit longer than that. 3 plays later, Favre to Percy Harvin
Give him ball out
in
there
the end zone on 3rd and 3. Vikings up 24-13, and who comes in?
Tackle that
Take
guy.
him down. Brett Favre.
Great tackle, Brad.
A touchdown and a tackle on the
Still
play.
gets excited, you know?
24-13, Vikings on top. Well, you got to be excited when you got this guy running the football.
Yeah, most of his yards came in the second half. After that big offensive line wears you down.
That 19-yarder set up a field goal, 27-13, and then the next possession from their own 36, the home run, 64 yards. 180 on the day, 25 carries. Vikings win, going away 34-20. And Brett Favre didn't really need to cock his arm very much on the day. Just 14 of 21. Every time he's made his first start for a new team, he has won. Brett Favre 1-0 for Minnesota in the purple. Meanwhile, in Denver, the battle of the Belichick disciples. And look how Shannon Sharp entered this stadium.
If that would have been me, you guys would have had to wear umbrellas. I'm telling you.
You put a diaper on
Just
him.
saying.
Put a diaper
I'm
on
just
you?
saying.
Well, that's the way he celebrated his Ring of Honor. Meanwhile, the Mangini-led Browns were shooting themselves in the foot deep in their own end. A bad snap. And that led to Kyle Orton finding Tony Scheffler. Broncos up 7-3. They're up 7-6 in the second quarter. And Kyle Orton finds Brandon Stokely, who's making plays.
Man, this guy can run routes. He's not the speediest guy, but he's one of the smartest guys on the field.
That led to a Broncos field goal to go up 10-6 at the half. Third quarter, that's your score. Brady Quinn finds Josh Cribbs, but then he fumbles the football in his own end. Brian Dawkins recovers it.
been a big acquisition. Brian Dawkins did 11 tackles last week.
And that's when the game really began to get blown open. As Brandon Marshall comes around the end around, the Broncos settle for a field goal, go up 13-6. And even though it was still just a one-touchdown game, momentum started to put on a blue shirt. Kyle Orton finds Jabbar Gaffney, 49 yards with some yak. Down to the 2-yard line. That's right. And then from there, Peyton Hillis punches it in. 20-6 Denver.
That guy can play fullback. He can play tailback. He stays healthy. He's a good player.
Elvis Dumerville had 4 sacks in the second half alone. Tied a franchise record. He bags Brady Quinn there. That led to a Browns punt. And Mangini would be chewing the gum of remorse because Carell Buckhalter just goes right through everybody for 45 yards in a game-sealing score. Broncos win 27-6.
Eric Mangini looking for his first career victory with the Browns, and John Harbaugh looking to continue his undefeated season so far. First quarter, Brady Quinn looking for Braylon Edwards.
Read the coverage a little better than that, Brady. Let's see the coverage 2 pitches at the Sugar Ray.
Foxworth to Ray Lewis. And so the Ravens are in business. 6 play now. The Ravens drive. Willis McGahee's been finding the end zone a lot this year.
A couple of touchdowns today with just 7 catches, but he's been dynamite.
Ravens on top 7-0. Later in the second quarter, up 13-0. How about the play of Joe Flacco?
Well, Joe Flacco threw for an all-time high, 342 yards today. This team is becoming a very complete team. Here he goes again, Willis McGahee.
Ravens, an offensive juggernaut here, up 20-0. Third quarter, Brady Quinn struggled, so here comes Derek Anderson. A couple of years ago, Anderson threw 29 touchdown passes, dumps it off to Jerome Harrison there for 11 yards. But it's tough to come in, I don't care who's quarterback, and play against this tough Ravens defense.
Yeah, when it's not there, just get rid of it. Throw it out of bounds. Let's see another play because those guys swarm to the ball.
Brendan Iambadejo with the interception there. And the Ravens come right back. McGahee. Nice piece of running here, 34 yards. He's being pushed. Ray Rice is there doing a nice
down the
job.
field. Linemen downfield, receivers downfield, little stiff arm.
And between Rice and McGahee, they have quite the 1-2 punch. And let's not forget about LaRon McClain. Rice is in there for his first career touchdown. Ravens on top 27-10. And just for good measure, let's get the old man involved. Derek Mason. Flacco steps up.
Stutter go. Stutter go, Coach.
And congratulations to Derek Mason. He went over 800 career catches.
4 picks between Anderson and Quinn. The Browns have scored 1 offensive touchdown in the last 9 games.
Let's go to Ohio, the Battle of the Buckeye State. Derek Anderson first start for the Browns this year. Carson Palmer and the Bengals trying to get things going to improve to 3-1 in that AFC North. Now, he's been to the dog pound before.
What's he going to do?
He thinks of going there, but Anthony Collins essentially tells him,
don't do it.
Child, please.
Child, please.
At this grab.
Woo, nice catch.
1 pink-handed grab, 7-0 Cincinnati. Second quarter, Jerome Harrison taking the handoff. Leon Hall rips it free, and Robert gathers his big man with football.
You can only do that when you have 5, 6, 7 hats around the ball. And look at the caravan it's leading to the end zone.
75 yards. You call it a scamper when he's that big? 14-0 Bengals are up, but here come the Browns, and Muhammad Massaquoi, the rookie, was on point. 30-yard touchdown, but the booth buzzes down and notices the knee is down. So the rookie doesn't score, but Steve Hyden does a play later. Massaquoi had 148 yards receiving.
What happened to Braylon Edwards?
Derek Anderson.
He will no doubt be this week's waiver wire fantasy darling. Third quarter, Derek Anderson, all 9 feet of him. Run it in.
He's got some wheels.
Tie the game at 14. He's got wheels?
Yeah, well.
Fourth quarter, Bengals are down 20-14. They've got to come back. 20 unanswered for the Browns. It's 4th and goal.
Stay alive, Carson.
He does. Define Ocho.
Cinco.
Ties the game at 20.
Where's he going?
Oh, and Rob Ryan can't believe it because they've scored the game winner. If they could only kick the extra point.
It's the Bengals.
Sean Rogers with his 15th career block kick.
15th. Yep. Seen him do that a million times. He's good at it. He's a big man in there, can jump.
So Mangini thought he'd have to try and win it in regulation, but now he's just got to try to win it in overtime. In less than 4 minutes to go in overtime, both teams touched the ball many times in overtime. And Derek Anderson's Browns have to punt it away. A minute to go, 4th and 10. Bengals aren't going to punt it and just play for a tie. They got to try and
let him go.
And Carson runs for it on 4th and 10.
2 deep man under, quarterback, and go with it.
So here's Shane Graham for the game winner with 7 seconds to go, and
He made it.
Cleveland drops to 0-4 for the first time since their return year of '99. And to wrap things up, we saved the best for last, everybody.
Do we have to show this?
The Browns looking for their first win of the season. We picked things up in the 3rd quarter in Buffalo. Still looking for first points in the game.
Nobody touch it.
Trent Edwards falls short of the first down, and the cagey Dick Duran says kick it. Tying the game at 3. 4th quarter we go. It's a punt. 3 minutes to go. Oh, Roscoe Parrish did it.
It's like the second time we've seen this, Roscoe.
And hands the Browns the ball. On comes Billy Cundiff from 17 yards away. Set your TiVo, Cundiff family, because here's the go-ahead field goal.
Is that all the highlights?
With 23 ticks remaining.
That's all you get.
No, we got one more.
One more?
Yeah, the last play. Trent Edwards. He's a Stanford man. He needs the band on the field.
The band is on the field.
This is a nice play, though.
Lee Evans back to Roscoe Parrish. Right here, I thought maybe
right here.
And then
Flip it.
Not so much. 6-3. The Browns win a game in which they had 2 completed passes. 2 completed passes.
Now, man,
and they
right
won.
his ball.
And that's, hey, listen, a win's a win. Now, what's a coach him up presented by Chase Sapphire? What are you coaching us up
Well,
on?
we're going to coach on the punter, David Sastadil. Sastadil, I say. 7 kicks inside the 20. 3 of them were down inside the 1. Look at Mike Adams, the flyer. He's going to get it. Throw it back. Keep your feet in bounds here. And got it back to Josh Cribbs. Excellent. Down it on the 1-foot line. Let's do it again. Next punt. It's going to stick it right on the 6-yard line. Be there, Mike. Everybody's going to let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. Why don't we just down it on the 1-foot line? Keep your feet on the field. How about one more time here while we're at it? It's a punter's duo. It's going to stick that thing inside on the 3-yard line. It took the Cleveland Brown bounce. And now he's in the end zone. He can't be the first one to touch it. So Mike says, hey, I got to touch it first. Here, you take it, Josh. Reestablish your feet. That is good coaching by Brad Seeley. Good job, men. Start on the 1-foot line again.
No more.
It bounces. It bounces. Roscoe, don't do it. He did it. Look at the coverage lanes. Everybody's coming down here. This is good punt coverage. I'm telling you, they recover the ball. Cleveland Browns have it, I tell you. And it sets up the game-winning field goal. Rich, that is an awesome punt. Coach him up.
In Pittsburgh, look who was back, the Hair. The Hair was back.
They need him back.
And he was a factor playing in his first game since hurting his knee in the first game of the season.
Wildcat?
Yeah. Josh Cribbs is picked on the Wildcats.
That's not the same Wildcat out of Miami.
He limped, but he would stay in the game. Second quarter, the more conventional passing attack. Here's Ben Roethlisberger to Santonio Holmes.
Nice route. Nice move.
Holmes had 104 yards receiving. This would eventually be capped off by a touchdown catch by Heath Miller, as Big Ben was on point for much of the day. Next possession, Roethlisberger to Hines Ward.
Watch the defense. Just seem like they just stand there. 3 guys around Hines Ward, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Virtually untouched, too. 159 yards and a touchdown on the day, but the ensuing kickoff sent to the man who did this in that building last year. That would be Josh Cribbs.
We only show you this if it's a fumble or a big play.
Look at the socks.
Play this man and quit playing.
He's easily the most dynamic player. I think on either side of the ball.
Yes, he is. And he has a C on his chest.
14-7. Browns made a 1-touchdown game at 17-7. Third quarter, Muhammad Massaquoi, who's come to the fore. The rookie receiver with a 43-yard catch. 4 plays later, Anderson and Lawrence Vickers. Touchdown. You just saw 2 of 9 completions on the day for Derek Anderson.
And he's a professional quarterback.
So it means he'll have 16 completions next week. Ben Roethlisberger to Hines Ward again.
Those guys are wide open.
Ward gets that.
417 yards passing for Roethlisberger. Only the second time in his career he has done that. And then Rashard Mendenhall, who started with him and Willie Parker, both healthy. He pops it in the end zone. Mike Tomlin, Steelers are 4-2. Green Bay and Cleveland. Spencer Havner. Why am I mentioning his name? Because he's the one with the football running wild.
He is household now.
I think Havner is household in Swedish.
Havner.
Havner. I'm not really Havner like that. Next Packers possession, Donald Driver off to the races.
All-time leading receiver for the Packers. Don't cover him.
With a stiff arm.
No, don't cover him.
71-yard score. Packers up 14-3. Next Browns possession. Do you think they're sticking with Derek Anderson because they don't want to pay a bonus or they don't want to get an escalator kicking in Brady Quinn's contract?
There's a lot of money reasons why people are playing in this game today.
This guy's a pretty good player, huh?
Derek Anderson is picked by Charles Woodson. Ryan Grant scored a touchdown there to go up 21-3. Anderson was 12 of 29, 99 yards and an interception. That was 4th and goal for the Packers. 1 down 24-3. Incomplete, turnover on downs. Ryan Grant, 27 carries, 148 yards in the week when they picked up Amon Green and tried to trade for the running back.
That's a bad tackle.
He's motivated.
He certainly was. Next play, Rodgers finds James Jones in the end zone. J squared makes it 31-3, and that's your
San
final
Jose
score.
State.
That's the way the Packers go into the week in which they welcome Brett Favre into their midst. They're ready a wild
There's going to be a lot of hype
in Wisconsin. It was 10 years ago Sunday that Ray Sweetens passed away. And Chicago Bears remembered Walter Payton before their game with his family. Soldier Field. Before taking on the Cleveland Browns, who had another troublesome day.
Great pick, though.
Daniel Manning intercepts Derek Anderson. Led to a Robbie Goldfield goal, up 6-0. Jamal Lewis had another rough day, too. So the whole Cleveland Browns offense, they've only 5 offensive touchdowns in the last 14 games. After the game, Jamal Lewis says he's going to retire at the end of the year.
You know, I talked to him afterwards, and I told him, don't make a long-term decision based on emotions. Just get, sleep on it and see how you feel overnight. He said he would surely consider that.
9-0, the Bears are up when Matt Forte gets a sight from sore Bear eyes. That's a touchdown, the rushing one. 16-0, third quarter, Derek Anderson runs it in. There's an offensive touchdown for the Browns, but the extra point gets blocked. So even that doesn't go well. 2 possessions later, Anderson hits Steve Hyden. Hunter Hillenmeyer hits Hyden too, and Daniel Manning takes the ball.
Nice strip.
And that would lead to another Matt Forte rushing touchdown. So the Bears in their Halloween weekend pumpkin unis getting things done. The fourth quarter, Jay Cutler, for 4th and goal, tries to get in the end zone. And it's batted away by Cameron Windley.
Catch the ball.
And Rob Ryan doesn't like that they're trying to pile it on, or I don't know what's going on there. What was that all about? But there's pleasantries exchanged there. It's a rough season for the Cleveland Browns who fall to 1-3. The Bears snap their 2-game losing streak.
Brady Quinn getting his first start for the Browns after being benched back in week 3. And the Ravens coming off a tough loss to the Bengals. Joe Flacco, guys, had a lot of pressure early on here and couldn't get an attack mounted, Charles. He was sacked a couple of times. He finished the first half 8-12 for 92 yards.
Yeah, Rob Ryan's defense has played hard all year long. I mean, the lack of scoring has put them under the gun, but they continue to play hard.
All right, so Willie was scoreless until the third quarter here. Flacco to Derek Mason takes it down for a gain of 41 yards. Now the Ravens offense are starting to heat up.
And that's the time the Ravens get going. They can get a big play like that, and then anytime they get in front of a team, you know what that defense is going to do. They're going to run the ball well, they're going to grind you out, and that defense is going to get into attack mode where they get after you and create turnovers and pressure.
Ray Rice gets in from 13 yards away, Mangini and his defensive coordinator are getting into it. Rob Ryan there, and take another look here as Rice, they only had 10 men on the field.
Yeah, trying to figure out what the set was, who's supposed to be in the ball game. Rob Ryan obviously upset, Eric Mangini upset. It's tough enough to stop the Ravens when you have the full complement of 11.
Now, you've seen that look before from Eric Mangini. All right, so Brady Quinn here, looking for Robert Royal. Picked picked off by DeJuan Landry, and Landry goes 48 yards back the other way for the pick six. Meanwhile, Steven Hauschka, he missed the extra point. He also missed a field goal early in this game, but back to Quinn here. Tip pass, and Landry does the rest. All right, so Browns now trying to get something going again. This time, Quinn intercepted by Chris Carr. And so the Baltimore Ravens, after going scoreless in the first half, they go on to a 16-0 victory over the Cleveland Browns. Brady Quinn, 2 interceptions. He threw for 99 yards. Didn't get a whole lot of help in the running game, but the Browns have had that kind of season. They haven't been able to muster much of an offensive attack.
Now it's time to live up to the hype.
Here we go.
Get your energy up, Coach.
1-8 Browns. 1-8 Lions.
Oh, no.
Something would have to give.
May the best team win.
The Browns had 23 points in its previous 4 games combined. Came out and scored 24 in the first quarter. How about that?
Brady Quinn is hot.
Joshua Cribbs. Pay that man.
24-3 is your score. But back on the Leon. Stafford to Calvin Johnson. Megatron is free.
Double move, Coach.
75-yard score to tie the game with 5 minutes to go in the half.
He's tall and he can run and he can dunk the basketball.
Stafford had 3 touchdown passes at that point. 27-24, Cleveland up in the third quarter. Stafford over the middle to Calvin Johnson down to the 1. That would bring up the next play. Stafford play faking. Will Heller.
Nice design of the play. Wide open.
Let's go to the fourth quarter.
All right.
This is when the butter's breading. That makes any sense. It's late in the game. I'm talking Browns Lions for crying out loud.
Joshua Cribbs.
Pay that man. Does everything for this team.
Cleveland was down 2 at this point. They got a safety to make it 31-29. And then 3 plays after that 35-yard gain by Cribbs. 3rd and goal. Quinn rolling out. Hitting the largest tight end I think I've ever seen. There's nothing tight about this tight end.
That's a big man.
That looks like a 9-6 on Michael Gaines.
Does he have on hip pads?
Browns go for 2 and convert, 37-31, but there's a minute left in this game, and Matthew Stafford's having a game. Finds Calvin Johnson down 6.
Nice wherewithal. He didn't want to cross the line of scrimmage.
5 plays later, 22 seconds to go. Stafford needs a touchdown. Finds Will Heller down to the 32.
First down.
Got to spike it. Got to clock it. They do. 8-6 to go. 8 ticks to go. 32. 37-31.
Stay alive.
He needs to get into the end zone.
What?
Still has
alive.
no time left.
To the end zone.
Stay alive.
It's going to the end zone. It's picked. But there's laundry on the field. Hank Poteet, number 23, with Stafford down, shoves his man out of the end zone.
Why? Why would you do that?
Pass interference means the Lions get the ball on the 1, but Stafford takes a beating in the pocket, calls for 11. That means Dante Culpepper, but Eric Mangini calls timeout.
That was smart.
Which gives enough time for Stafford to collect himself and come back in, favoring his left arm. 1 on time down.
He throws with his right.
It's all the marbles right here.
For a chance to win it. Stafford to Brandon Pettigrew, rookie to rookie, and the roar is restored with a gimpy left arm.
Amazing. Jim Schwartz, congratulations.
And look at this shot of Eric Mangini.
He called timeout.
It's the first game-winning touchdown and an on-time down of the final play of regulation since Bledsoe to Coates won it for the 98 Patriots. And Matthew Stafford's 5 touchdowns ties the NFL rookie record, period. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals had the Browns in their house and an opportunity to sweep a division for the first time in team history. And Carson Palmer finds J.P. Fauci in the end zone.
Fauci?
Yeah, in a game in which the Browns defense definitely showed up. It's only 10-0 at this point in time. And the Bengals got the ball back just before half. And when you thought on 3rd and long and Palmer needing to throw a Hail Mary here and decides to just run for it, you think the half's over, except Sean Rogers horse collars Palmer down, tack on 15 more. And with the 15-yarder, it's an untimed down. And with the 15 yards, it brings Shane Graham within 53 yards of the uprights, much to Eric Mangini's chagrin. Graham nails it. What do you think Mangini was upset about?
I don't know what you could possibly be upset about. The whole incident. Look how he scares him.
He shocked Mike Carroll.
Hold on.
You don't know me like that.
13-7 in the third quarter. Larry Johnson got the bulk of the carries in place of the injured Cedric Benson. Bernard Scott
happy to be out of Kansas City.
A 100-yard game for Larry Johnson. First time he did that all year. And here's the way things look in the AFC North. A controlling interest. The Cincinnati Bengals have a 2-game lead as they sweep the division for the first time ever. They hold tiebreakers over the Ravens and the Steelers. Everything looking great in the Queen City right now through 12 weeks. Thursday night football, 8 Eastern time. Boy, the Steelers need that game in the worst possible way.
Do we have to show this?
The rampaging San Diego Chargers in Cleveland in this game. And Brady Quinn struck.
Yeah, they took the lead. Cleveland took the lead.
For the love of Chuck Weiss, Brady Quinn on the board.
That's it, folks.
Muhammad Massaquoi got in the end zone, but Phillip Rivers began connecting with all of his tools, including Mike Tolbert.
Big man with ball.
There's a lot of big men with ball in this show, by the way. This is the first to show you. Mike Tolbert rumbling 66 yards. Chargers led at the half 13-7. Now, normally the guy you see rumbling, just running down the field out of that route is this guy.
Right.
Darren Sproles.
Yeah, nice cut.
It's like a sewing machine.
Yeah, this guy in space is scary.
31-yard scamper. See, one guy rumbles, he scampers. Yeah. That's the rule. Thumb. Next, it's Antonio Gates, front and center. 167 yards receiving for the big.
Go get it, big fella.
Burly tight end.
That's the way you go.
It's like you're back in Kent State, back in Ohio, right?
Right.
With a jump ball. Right there. And then 4 plays later, LaDainian Tomlinson runs it in. He's the fastest player in NFL history to 150 touchdowns, 137 games. And he was not done setting records, guys. This was a neat moment as LT, with this 11-yard gain, moved into 8th place in the all-time rushing list, surpassing Jim Brown, who was in the house as LT was saluting him.
Give him a head tilt, Jim. Give him something, Jim.
That's great. And the Chargers win this game 30-23. It really wasn't even that close. The latest piece of evidence how in the NFL you just never know. Welcome to the K Jewelers post-game show. I'm Rich Osborne with Steve Mariucci, Deion Sanders, and Marshall Falk. Hines Ward did play in this game tonight, even though he had a hamstring injury, and it was darn freezing on the night. Negative 12 wind chill at kickoff, and the red-hot defense of the Cleveland Browns got things going early on. 2 3-and-outs to start the game for the Steelers. Both ended with sacks of Ben Roethlisberger. 4 sacks on the day at this point in time of the highlight, with the Browns already up in this game 6-0. Mike Tomlin's crew having its backs against the wall early on, and Josh Cribbs just kept applying the heat here on a punt return, prime the kick to him.
I cannot believe in this type of game, you know there's going to be a battle of field position, that you would actually kick it to one of the most electrifying return men in the game. And he makes a couple guys miss, and he does what he's blessed to do, and that's run with the football.
53-yard return set up the first 3-pointer of the game for Cleveland as Pittsburgh kept the Browns out of the end zone. 6-0, so it's still a 1-possession game when Cribbs again on 3rd and 3 picks up 37 yards.
Oh, great run by Cribbs. Great design of the Wildcat play. The thing is, you'll see this play again, and it's not going to be a replay.
5 plays later, here comes Chris Jennings around the edge. His left foot reaches the end zone, breaking the plane, even though the ball itself didn't wave inside the pylon. The rule only is if he's an airborne player, does he need to make sure that the ball's inside the pylon. The minute he stepped his foot in the end zone, that's a touchdown for Eric Mangini's Browns, who did give up a field goal to the Pittsburgh Steelers before the end of the half. So it's a 10-point game in midway third quarter when Roethlisberger's taken down again, Steve.
This is only a 4-man rush. Coverage was good. Nowhere to go with the football. They played a lot of man under, but their 4-man rush got home a lot of the time.
6th sack of the game at that point for Rob Ryan's defense. Then Ben Roethlisberger finds his tight end Heath Miller on the next possession to move the chains into the plus side of the field. Steelers settled for a field goal, but it's still a 1-touchdown game in which the Browns are dominating the Steelers. 3rd and long with 12 minutes to go. Roethlisberger to Mendenhall, and he drops it.
Only a 3-man rush. You've got to come up with the catch and move the chains.
Next drive for the Steelers. Last chance for them, pretty much. Less than 3 minutes to go on 3rd down. Roethlisberger picks it up to old reliable Hines Ward. Next play, 2:40 to go. Kaluka Mayava sacks Roethlisberger again. 2nd and forever now.
Just relentless. They cave that pocket in and they meet at the quarterback.
2 plays later, less than 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 19 from their own 48. Mike Tomlin's season on the line. Roethlisberger to Heath Miller picks up 13, so it's a manageable 4th and 6 with 1:48 left in the game. What do you do?
Well, you got to get past that yellow line now.
What you do is you look for your playmakers, Antonio Holmes, but the Browns sniffed that out as David Bowens almost picks off Ben Roethlisberger. He was spying him the whole way.
Yeah, did a great job. Dropped in coverage now, only a three-man rush, and there was just simply nobody open.
So 8 ticks left on the clock as the Steelers used up all of their timeouts, needing a blocked punt, don't get it. Now needing a miracle from Santonio Holmes, and I guess since everyone was trying to block the punt, there's not much blocking on the coverage team.
Hard to set up a return when you're going after
on the return team there, and that would wrap it up. The Cleveland Browns stun the defending world champs, sending them to their 5th consecutive loss, meaning we may just have a new world champion in the National Football League, as the Steelers now sit at 6-7, 4-6 in the AFC, 1-4 in division. It is all suddenly going south for the once upon a time 6-2 Steelers, now at 6-7. To the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, boy.
There we have it. I just hurt my neck.
Hey, that man!
Why are we showing this?
Because Josh Cribbs is fantastic.
1 or 2 reasons. Either it's a big player or boo-boo.
This is his 7th career kick return for touchdown, most all time in NFL.
This is the best player on a sales rack in the NFL.
On the sales rack.
You got to lock him down.
He's at a bargain.
He's their best player by far.
Well, I'll tell you what, he would pad his record because in the 2nd quarter, down 24-13, the Chiefs kicked the ball again.
Not again.
Not again.
Why would you kick it again?
Well, I took it just 3 yards deeper from the end zone.
His last name is Cribbs.
So he takes it to it.
The Cribbs.
Well, I thought his last name was Man.
Play the man.
I thought his last name was Man.
His first name is Pay, and his middle name is Duh.
They punted it to him later, too.
Pay the man.
Oh, jeez.
And then Jerome Harrison stole the stage from him.
Who is this guy? Coming out of nowhere. Look at him go.
Kalamazoo, Michigan, by way of Washington State. 71 yards. Jamal Lewis is done for the year on IR.
Happily.
And who knew that Harrison was chasing J. Lou in the record books? That was a 71-yarder. Here's an 8-yarder as the Browns, by the way, lead this game by 10. Leading it just by 7 in the 4th quarter. We show you this near 5-yard run because he breaks Jim Brown's franchise record.
It's been half a century
for rushing yards in a game. He's got 238 yards at this point, one better than Jim's franchise record. And then with the game tied at 34, less than a minute to go, good night. Even runs laterally to take some time off the clock.
Because he knows his defense.
28 yards for the score, 286 yards rushing. Just 9 shy of 2nd place for best all-time. Jerome Harrison finished 9 yards behind Jamal Lewis. He finished 10 yards behind Adrian Peterson. 286 for Jerome Harrison.
I will say I wanted to get Jamal. I will say that. I wanted to get Jamal because he's a great guy and been a great mentor to me. So to get him, it would have been awesome. But just to be in the same category as those other men is a true blessing.
What did Jim Brown say?
Me and Jim was talking junk last night, so I was happy to get him too.
Can one talk junk with Jim Brown?
No.
Kalamazoo kid
Jim
can.
Brown scares you, man.
That's pretty cool.
Steve,
Yeah.
coach him up on this thing.
Yeah, this is a guy that you're going to learn more of as time goes on. Jerome Harrison, 286 yards, the 3rd most rushing yards ever, people, ever. Let's take a look at how he did this. These Browns are hot. Look out for these guys. Just coach them up. Presented by Geico. Listen, this is 67F counter prime. 67F counter. Rex Hadnot is going to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage, and Lawrence Vickers, the fullback, is going to lead through there and swab it out. And then we're going to take a counter step, and here goes Jerome Harrison. Take that thing downhill, will you? He finds the cutback lane after he breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he goes 71 yards for a touchdown. How about this? This is called 99 boss. Why do we call it boss? Back on strong safety. Okay? Watch that fullback. He's going to come through. These two, and he's going to block out. These two block these two. These two block these two. These two block these two. Fullback, you got to go find the eighth man in the box. The strong safety. His name is DeJuan Morgan. Knock him out. Here we go. There he is. Fullback's coming through here like a heat-seeking missile, and we got Jerome Harrison going for another 8-yard easy touchdown run. Now, 3rd and 1. Score is tied 34-34. Flip the play over. 98 boss. Find the eighth man in the box. It happens to be number 53. Snap the ball. There's a minute left in the game. Let's go win it. Vickers, find the eighth man, number 53. Here it is. Knock him out and let our man Jerome Harrison go for another 28-yard touchdown. This is like taking candy from a baby. Even takes time off the clock. That's a coach 'em up. Presented by Geico.
How about the Cleveland Browns? Derek Anderson and Muhammad Massaquoi.
There's a good young player
Come
right
on,
here.
Chris.
Nice Lambeau leap. Derek Anderson is back.
17-6.
Now you got another quarterback.
Is that a Florida State guy?
Yes, he is.
Sebastian Janikowski from 61 yards out. See that?
Wow.
17-9, so it's a one-possession game going to that. Charlie Fry starting against his former team for the Raiders in the least interesting revenge game angle ever.
Great one.
Oh, he is picked off by Brandon McDonald.
Who's going to make the tackle?
Browns have won 3 in a row.
Trust me, the Raiders know
They're
how to
hot
tackle.
team.
The Raiders know how to tackle on offense.
And how about Jerome Harrison at 148 yards rushing? In Cleveland, Jack Del Rio was not the only man with 3 names
Who was the other?
in the house. The other, in the second quarter, is Pay
The man. Pay the man. That was a good setup, Mitch.
Joshua Prince scored.
I thought you were going to say Maurice
Drew. No, that's true. And Mike Sims Walker. Lots of three names.
Pay that man, too.
Eric Rudd.
Yeah.
David Garrard is picked by him. 13.
Picking the ball is
In
wrong.
Jacksonville, once upon a time, was 7-5 with the so-called control of their own destiny, and they lost out with the Cleveland Browns sweeping them out. The Browns finished with 4 straight wins. Jerome Harrison, they found a running back for sure.